What is the most blindable champion in every single role for League of Legends? Top lane is Gragas. It feels like you can basically play Gragas into any matchup regardless as to how good you are, and all you gotta do is Q some minions, suffer, then teleport back to lane after first base, and you kind of never run out of mana at that point, and you are basically immortal. I mean, obviously it requires some skill. Like, if you were actually first time, you're probably going to not have that much fun, but the more games you get, the better it feels, and he kind of doesn't lose many matchups, and the ones he does lose, it's really not that bad. Jungle is Jarvan. Jungle is generally a very, very blindable role, but as far as jungles that are very, very safe to blind, I mean, Jarvan is pretty much everything. He can do engage, he can do peel, disengage. He is pretty strong early, but also doesn't scale that bad. He's very useful kind of no matter what. He actually has a weirdly strong enchanter build, though that's mostly for ARAMs, not for Summoner's Rift. Regardless, this champion just kind of does everything and is super blindable. Mid lane is Ahri. She has mobility, she has disengage, she has engage, she has peel, she can assassinate, she's not bad in front to backs, she's good in early skirmishes, she's good in team fights, she does everything. Her weakness is point and click CC, which is fine, and she also gets outranged by a lot of champions, and her laning phase isn't the strongest, but if you can just go even, you'll be fine. But it's really important that when you're blinding something mid lane, it has some sort of mobility because of how popular ganking jungles and ganking supports tend to be. Bot lane right now is Tristana. She has one of the strongest mobility spells in the entire game that resets if you get a kill or if your E goes off. Her burst damage is crazy. She's really strong with enchanters. She's really strong with engage supports. It kind of feels like Tristana is the Thanos of bot lane right now. Quick honorable mention to Jinx as well. Very, very strong champion, but she doesn't have a dash, so there are just some games where you really don't want to play Jinx. Finally, the most blindable support in the entire game is probably Karma. You could make an argument Leona's fine as well, but Leona loses pretty hard to disengage. Karma is just kind of fine versus everybody. There are some lanes she can bully really hard. There's other lanes she maybe gets outscaled by, or, you know, versus like Nautilus isn't that much fun, but she's pretty useful regardless, and if you're good at her, you can make almost anything work. Quick honorable mention to Nami. Very similar thing to Karma, but I think Karma is just a little bit stronger in lane, which gives her that little bit of edge as a blind.